Hey, so welcome back to the channel. Addressing a couple of things said in the previous video. Somebody just said, I don't agree or I disagree, which is perfectly fine. But let's not just leave it there. Let's see why, and let's dig into the why and see if we both learned something from there. Another person asked if I still believe in the gift or whatever. My belief in the gift is 100% irrelevant to whether it is what it is. The issue when it's in studying is that the gift of speaking in tongues is the gift of speaking in languages, which is exactly what we see in Acts 2. And the whole point of it was to proclaim the gospel, to point people to Jesus, to glorify Jesus. Now, in the Pentecostal movement, they changed that. They changed the gift of tongues from actual languages to communicate information of benefit to everyone or the people around, and they changed it to this self-gibberish that edifies yourself. God made it very clear in His Word that that's not what the gift is. And Paul even tried to clarify that further when he talks about how all sounds have purpose and meaning, and how if you don't hear the distinctions in the notes, how can you prepare for battle? If I come to you and I'm speaking in a language you don't understand, I'm a barbarian to you and you're a barbarian to me. There is no unity. We have to remember that languages are intended to convey information. And when those languages are confused, we can't convey information in a successful way. Make reference to Tower of Babel when the languages were confused and the people split. Acts 2 brought all those languages together and represented all those people groups to say that Jesus and His gospel is for all people, and He used unlearned men, which was a miracle that they spoke in these languages. What was the problem is thinking that what happened in Corinth is the same thing that happened in Acts. It isn't. What happened in Corinth is the Pentecostal movement seems to almost be mirroring the Corinthian way of speaking in tongues perfectly. So yes, the gift of languages is quite real, and God used that, but His purpose was to point people to Jesus, to edify Him, to strengthen His ecclesia. It was not to edify yourself. It was not to sit in your prayer closet and speak gibberish to yourself. That is not what it is for. And Paul was teaching them what the gift was and how to use it correctly. You got to remember, Paul was responding to a letter that he read, and this is a letter that he addressed to the house of Chloe. So he didn't say that they didn't have the gift, nor did he say they did. He just instructed them as to what it was and use it correctly. So now you decide, are you going to follow God or Pentecostalism? Trust Jesus or Pentecostalism, because they're not the same.